Hi guys, how to increase productivity. So this is for my M farm. As you can see, I have 1, 2, and 3. And as you can see, my productivity is off the hook right now, 1000% productivity. And that's because, first of all, you want to put the M farm next to each other if you can. So when you do that, it will increase productivity. But that's because I chose the one of the card. So this guy over here, Ao Guang, I don't know if I pronounce it well. So at the beginning of the game, I believe he will appear and ask you which, there's like cards that you can choose. And one of them gives you productivity, which if you put two buildings next to each other, will increase productivity by 15% for both building, right? So that's what I took, and it's not over here. I'm trying to figure out where it is. Relation, lower, patron. No, it's not over here. But I know, like, when you start, you get the option to choose like one of the cards. So when you put them together, you get more productivity, as you can see. Production building of the same type standing next to each other increase each other's efficiency by 15%. So that's an option you get at the beginning, but you gotta make sure you pick that. So when it rains, productivity upgrades by 50%, and this is something you get from the God's Island over here. So if you come to Ao Guang, increase productivity during rain. So, but you want to have that. So that is a very good thing for productivity. Increase range of river pump and canal extension pump. That's optional, but I would suggest that. So you can also take this over here, which I forgot to take, and I'll take that too. The other thing that I've done in order to increase the productivity is to have this guy over here, small building of blessing. So this is something you get from the skill tree, I believe. This guy here. So you have to have the weeping fountain, and then after that you can build a small building of blessing. Once you build that, then you're gonna click it, and here you're gonna have to buy some blessings. To buy the blessing, you can click this over here, which will bring you to over here, which is the blessing, like some sort of a shop. And here they have different blessing that you can have. So the one you want to buy is the hemp. In my situation is the hemp. So if you want the coppers, then you want to buy this one over here. So increase productivity by 33%, which is a lot. I will buy it. I would buy this next, but the offer expires in 46 seconds, so I will not be able to buy that because I don't have enough fate point. This one is peasant cottage craftsman. Decrease citizen needs for salt. Oh, this is good too, but I don't have the points. As you can see, I have only 898. So yeah, so this is the place where you want to buy some blessings, and one of them that I purchased was for the hemp farm. So if you come over here, look over here, it says increase productivity 21%, decrease required workforce by 11% for hemp farm. And you can do this for pretty much anything. So you have some for the rice farm, but I didn't buy any for the rice farm, so I don't have one yet. So as you can see, so rice to me is no problem. I don't need any blessing unless unless I don't have enough rice, of course. So you want to use that for something that is on demand, and what is on demand right now is the hemp farm. For me specifically, I have the sorghum over here that is on demand. So I may have to find a blessing, but I have one blessing over here, but this one is for the fish. So here I have fish. Let me see where they are. Oh, I have one over here and three over here, but yeah, I'm gonna have to move that because see, I have three fishing over here. So let me see. You know what?
We shape the city.
Yeah, let me see if I can put it over here. Can I put over here? No, I can't. So what about here? Yes. Oh, that's beautiful actually. So here, if I do this like this, right? And then I take the blessing over here and move it to here. Oh, that's fantastic. Basically, all my 4 buildings for fish will have the blessing over here, which is increase productivity by 30%. Holy potatoes. So here I'll be in heaven. Meaning when I have, well, the thing is that the more fish you have, the more you can use them for trading, which can sell for some gold. And as you can see, I have a trade post over here. So yeah, I have a trade post and I have 5 people working on my trading. So I'm going to show you right now. So as you can see, I have somebody who's trading my fish. And by the way, when you make tradings, you don't want to sell everything. Me, I go with 10, 15, but you don't want to go like 100 or like 50 because you'll be out of fish in no time. That's why you want to start small for 10 and you're going to get some, revenue. Same thing with, what is it, hemp. So this is hemp. And I think I went for too much over here. I may have to reduce that. I think because I'm going to see. But you need to figure out how much hemp you're doing, how much rice you're doing, how much fish you're making, producing. So you have to double check that before you start selling. See over here, I'm selling 10 warm clothing. And that's why I'm making some revenue over here. See here, I'm selling some, is it rice? Yeah, it's rice. So here I have a lot of rice. I'm selling 50 rice, right? And here I'm selling, what is it, filet, whatever fish, only 10. 10 per traveling, which is 455. But if you combine everything all together, I'm making tons of money. If you look over here, I have 205 like 1,000 coins, which is a lot, and I have a profit of 2.4k, which is a lot as well, right? So it's important to enhance your productivity the best way that you can, and also you want to make sure you enhance the additional workforce. You want to have Ox assistance. So for Ox, you need to unlock it, which I believe is over here. This guy here, draft animal pasture. But to get that, you'll need to, of course, need the weeping fountain and have tools, and then sorghum plantation, and then draft animal, and you need to feed them with sorghum as well. So if you don't have this, you're not going to have ox, right? Anyway, so once you have the ox, then you come over here, I believe, this guy over here, click this, and you want to build it somewhere, right? So I have 2 over here.
We are raising them stronger
so I have
than ever.
2 over here, which I'm going to have to improve later on. And I also have, which I'm also making compost over here with them, which is very good. And that's it, guys. So once you have the bull, so once you have the oxen over here, as you can see, I have 110. So you want to assign them to your hemp field. And you just have to click on, because here, see, if I click, it's off, but if I click again, it's on. So basically your productivity bonus is 90%, which is insane. So if I remove that, it's 583. If I put it on, it's 1,000%, which is insane. What are they saying? You can plant more rice field. Oh, really? Okay. Like this. This one as well. Like this. Yeah, I have no more place to put hemp field, so I'm going to have to put them on the other side of the river later on when I can. But anyway, so that's the thing. But right now I have enough, hemp farm. But if I need more, then again, I'll have to find a spot like over here maybe to produce more if I need more. Right now, I don't need more than I need, because don't forget, you need to keep the hemp for your clothing. So you got to bear that in mind. If you have no clothing, then you're reducing happiness from the population. So you want to keep hemp for your clothing, and the excess of hemp that you have, you want to sell it through the trade post over here, right? So that's how I make extra revenue, by the way. And that's pretty much it. So you can do the same thing for pretty much any other facility. If you have the blessing thing over here, the building of blessing, so it can be pretty much everything. So as you can see here, I have salt deposit. So I can put a blessing over here for the salt deposit in order to enhance productivity. But the thing is, I don't have any blessing for the salt, so it's kind of useless for me to have this right now, because there's a cost for it. Because there's an upkeep cost, and I don't want to have it there for nothing. So I'm going to remove it. There we go. So when I have a blessing for the salt, then I'm gonna put a blessing shrine over here, right? So you can do the same thing for the logs, for the wood. You can do different blessing for different purposes, so you just have to check it out. Another thing I forgot to mention is the mine. As you can see here, I have copper mine, right? But the thing about copper mine is that you can put them all stacked together, because there are, like, the mining spot is big, right? So you don't want to put just one mine and then just leave it there. No, so you're gonna put one like at the bottom, one in the middle like this, and one at the top like this, right? So basically, if you calculate all of them together, it's 14 plus 11 plus 3. So if you make the calculation, you get the total amount, that you're mining per se. Because before I made a mistake to only put one mining, so I put one over here, somewhere over here where I had only 15, right? But I forgot that you could stack them together next to each other like this, and you will get more productivity, and you will get more copper as well. I have another one here at the bottom, as you can see. So this is like a copper area where you can make copper mine. So here I put one over here for 15, one over here for 6, one over here for 12, one over here for 7. So if you combine all them together, then you get a bigger total of the amount of ore that you're mining, right? And then you want to upgrade everything else as well, and you want to stack them together, of course. You want to have a warehouse next by, and that's pretty much it, guys. So because you have more mine, then you can produce more bronze bars. So in order to make bronze bar, you need to have a bronze smelter. As you can see, I have 2, 1 and 2, and because they're together next to each other, I have like a productivity boost of 15% over here, right? So I could put another one, but I don't have any more spot unless I remove the blacksmith. So if I remove the blacksmith, then I could make more bronze bar. So how I would do that? Well, technically I would have to put this one down over here. I would have to bring it downward over here so I can make another bronze smelter, but I'm not going to do that. Why? Because I make enough bronze bar right now with the 2 smelter that I have. So So if you're making enough of what you need, you don't need to build more than you have, because then you're gonna have to spend money on the upkeep. That's why you want to just have enough for what you need, right? So that's why I'm not going to move and touch anything. Also, another thing for the woods over here, I'm going to give you a little trick, a bonus trick. As you can see here, if you look over here, I'm making 200 trees productivity here, because the area where I am, there's a lot of trees, right? And I have over here forester. Okay, so it's important to put forester a little bit, you know, like different places where you want to have your lumberjack, because this will give you more trees. All right, so if you have more trees, then you can put your lumberjack in the area, which will give you more trees, right? So to know how much trees you have, you just have to look over here. And if you want to double check if there's a better place, then you're gonna press move. You're gonna click move over here, right? So here, as you can see, I have 152. See, so if I bring it back, I have 130. So you want to double check where there's more, so where you can make more. I mean, if you want to do that. So let me double check. Ooh, 163. Look at that. I did not even know. So then you so you just have to keep looking, guys. So bro, 200 what? 206. Are you serious? Yeah, but you got to be careful, because here I have another lumberjack over here. But the thing is, you don't want to put them together, because I felt like it's not productive to put them together, because then they would cut the tree too fast. If they cut the tree too fast, it will not give enough time for the forester to grow more trees. So if you cut everything too fast, I mean, you'll be out of trees and you will have to move around all the time, and it's annoying. So that's why I just try to put the lumberjack far from each other. I don't put them next to each other. That is the only exception, but it works for me. I mean, if you want to stack them together, it's up to you. I'm not going to do that. But as you can see, if you come close to it, because the thing is, if you come close to it, you're destroying other trees nearby. So you're reducing from 191 to 107. So you're going to have less trees per se for one lumberjack, and you're going to make 107 trees on the. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. So you're losing 107 and you're winning 107, which comes down to 191. So it's better to just put the lumberjack somewhere far away from the other lumberjack, so you are more productive. So here you see, when I say 200, it's not good, because I am actually colliding with the other lumberjack. So you don't want to do that. You want to go far away from him and then find a spot where there's no other lumberjack. Which, let me double check. 170. That was good. Where is it? 170. That is very good. So let me remember that place. You know what? 176. Oh, 107. This is good. 171 is good. Very good, actually. So it's better than the other place I was here for 130. So this is even better. So I'm gonna put over here. There's no other lumberjack. Click over here. Click on the tree keybind for your thingy, for your road, and make a road right here. There you go, done deal.
The city grows.
And here you want, okay, here's another bonus tip. You don't want to put more people over here. You're gonna say why? Because if you put too many people, and if you go too fast, like I said, you're gonna cut trees too fast, and what happens is that you'll be out of trees pretty fast. You'll be like, hey, how come I'm not making any wood anymore? Well, because you cut everything too fast. That's why you don't want to put any peasant into your lumberjack. So see my lumberjack, I have 0 peasant. So you can upgrade everything else, but don't put any peasant in there, otherwise you'll cut too fast, and you're gonna be like, you're gonna have to be moving the lumberjack all the time, which is super annoying. So see here, I have 85, which is not too shabby, but let me see if I can find a better place. So see, 116, that's better. Let me see. There's not a lot of trees here, right? Oh, 107, that's better. 100 and 100. Ooh, 118. That's the best over here. See that? You wanna double check that. So 110. There you go. See, I found a new spot. Boom. And do the thing over here. Make sure you don't go through the trees over here. See the green spot? You don't want to go through that, otherwise it's going to reduce the amount of trees that you'll be able to cut, right? So you want to go through the field where there's no green dots, like here right now, which is fine. Boom. So now I have 118 right here. So like I said, make sure you don't put any peasants so you don't go too fast, so that the tree has time to grow and that you can keep moving forward, right? So those are bonus tips in order to be more productive and more efficient. Also, another bonus tips, for every resources that you're harvesting, cutting, mining, whatever, you want to make sure you have enough warehouse. As you can see, I have a warehouse which is fully upgraded to level 2, right? And the thing is, you want to have enough warehouse. I have one over here. I have one over here, so that's 2 over here in the north. I think I have another one over here, as you can see. So you want to have enough warehouse around the area. You don't want to have like 3-4 warehouse when your when your town is that big. You want, I think I have around 15 or I think I have around 15 warehouses, I believe. So it's a little bit everywhere, and the reason is because if you don't do that, you're not gonna be able to deliver the goods, to the people, and you will not be able to do crafting. You will not be able to. The people will not be able to use them for winter. When they need to warm their houses, right? I mean, to heat their houses. So you want to make sure you have warehouses everywhere. Same thing with the food. So over here I have granary. So I have level 2 granary over here. You want to upgrade also the granary for the range, and the upkeep cost is an option for you, but me, I did it, so it cost me less. And what happened is that when you have enough granary, then you will be able to be more productive. So you see I have fish over here. I have 1 granary for all my fish, and I have 1 granary. The same granary is being used for my rice farm over here. So for granary, exceptionally, you don't need to have too many, just one in one area where you have a lot of whatever you need. And same thing with the pasture. Make sure you have enough spot. Make sure you also produce the compost facility over here. The compost will allow you to have more productivity for your fields. Super important, right? As you can see. So right now my sorghum is not producing anything. Why? Because there is no more spot, I believe. Let me see. Yeah, but maximum capacity. As you can see, I don't have any more spot to put my sorghum. Let me see here.
Storage is ready for both feast and famine.
Okay, so the maximum capacity is 400. Technically, I would need another granary. Let me double check if I do another one. Well, I don't need it, guys. I don't need one. I got 400, which is fine. So I'm okay. I don't need to do one. But if you want to have more, space inventory for your sorghum, then you just need to build another granary over here. Let me double check this one over here. This. So if I come over here, now I have 410. Basically, this can go up to 410, which is not that significant, but it's something, you know what I mean? So anyway, I just want to show you that, and that's that. So yeah, I hope that this helped. If it does, please like and sub, and thanks for watching. Cheers.